Hi, welcome to my second post this week on the emerging futures of education and learning. This one's a bit more widely focused, but we'll zoom back into education. And I strongly recommend you go and search out Frank Diana. The best place to do that is frankdiana.net, and lots of fascinating information and great graphics around what's emerging in the future of all different sectors. But to zoom back into education, and a recent post was talking about how can global innovation solve the well-being crisis. Drew my attention, obviously, well-being is a super important bit. If we're not in a good space, how do we help others get into a good space? But also really interested in, what opportunities there are. Realistic optimist, but I do have a sense we can make a difference and do make a difference on a regular basis. So looking at Frank's innovation wheel, and I'll post a link in below around how to access that. He talks about a number of areas. Game-based education. We know a lot of youngsters, and people might moan about this, are highly motivated by games, but so are we as adults. Why do people keep using Candy Crush or for whatever else it is? Because we're drawn to that. So how do we use that to our advantage? Adaptive learning is another area he talks about. What might we develop in that space to really increase access, ensure learning is as individualized and personalized as possible? The human cloud he talks about. My interpretation of that is deliberately and directly plugging into the human cloud. Exactly what that looks like and sounds like is to be seen, and how open we are to doing those things. Online education, we've seen a lot of the growth of the MOOCs. An interesting reframe of that, because a lot of pushback has been that very few people finish it. So lots of people access it, very few people finish it. But it's described yesterday as a buffet, and certainly what I've done around some online courses, me deciding what I think is important rather than having to finish the course that someone else has decided is important. Depends where you are in your education. It'd be good to reflect on that. And the final two spaces are in the virtual space. So virtual teachers and virtual learning. And there's a huge amounts of opportunities around what's emerging called the spatial web. And in another video in the near future, I'll talk more about the spatial web, because I think there are significant opportunities for everyone. Love to hear your thoughts on these and other opportunities there are for education and innovation to come together. Thank you.